Hi guys, today I'm going to react to Aang versus Edward Elric by Death Battle. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. Let's do this.
Have you heard of hymns? They're all about making you look and feel good. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional because Hims is here to help. 4hims.com is your one-stop solution for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness for men. Get started with a complete hair kit for just $5 right now while supplies last and subject to doctor approval. See their website for full details and safety information. This could cost hundreds if you went to another doctor or pharmacy. So go to 4hims.com/deathbattle. That's FORHIMS.com/deathbattle.
Death Battle. Rooster Teeth.
The elements make up
Yes.
every aspect of the world we live in, and no average person can tame them. But somehow these kids can master them with a vengeance.
Like Aang, the Avatar, and the phone He wears an arm boomstick, and it starts out to nice their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will win a death battle. Water, earth, fire, and air.
Once the 4 nations lived in
Shut
harmony,
up.
some of their citizens could even learn to bend their nation's element. But only the Avatar could
Master all 4.
And it's their duty to protect the balance between these nations. And since there's always got to be an Avatar around, a new one is born whenever the last one dies. But everything changed when
The Fire Nation attacked.
Attempting to conquer the other 3 nations, the Avatar would inevitably be their greatest obstacle. Man, they'd even go after a kid. Living among the air nomads, Aang was an energetic and dutiful 12 years old when he learned of his destiny. He was the newest incarnation
of the Avatar.
But he totally wussed out, ran away from home, and got frozen in ice for 100 years. What the hell? That's not what I'd do if I found out I was an awesome elemental badass. I'd definitely find a way to make money off that.
Boomstick.
12.
He's 12. Yes.
But running away actually saved his life, as the Fire Nation knew the next Avatar would be an air nomad and slaughtered them all in a horrific surprise attack. But the poor kid wouldn't be stuck in ice forever. He was eventually rescued by some new friends and began his quest to learn the other elements and save the world. And as an air nomad, he can bend the wind to his will. He can use air bending to create whirlwinds and tornadoes or slice through solid snow. And he can fly! Whee! Well, it's not exactly flying, Boomstick. What he actually does is manipulate the air currents to keep aloft. That's why he carries a glider, complete with snacks.
Oh, well, I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Whatever, if it
Yes.
looks like a duck and
If
sounds
it's like a duck, it's a duck.
Or I guess, flying Avatar guy. But ducks actually can't fly. Anyway, Aang can use air in pretty much every aspect of his life.
Air bending, water bending, earth bending. All they need is to do is fire bending.
And even focusing his breath to use as an attack. After he learned water bending,
Fire bending. There we go.
Aang can make whips, knives, and
Energy bending.
Hey, I can do that too. Just give me a pool and watch this cannonball fly. Does that mean I'm a waterbender?
No, sure. I think so.
Just like how I, the great waterbender Boomstick the West, will use my powers to swim through this frozen flock.
What?
Yeah. Waterbending 101. You can be jealous. Oh, wow. I'm just bursting with envy. Bending powers, activate!
Oh. Oh.
Aha! Success! Like
Boomstick, you okay, buddy?
requires a nearby source of water to use, like a pond or a filled bottle. The same goes for earthbending, which Aang learned from his mentor Toph. Earthbending is all about throwing rocks at people, and a bunch of other cool stuff, like making walls and earthquakes and causing the ground to swallow you up, which is kind of creepy, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy at all.
Aang learned the art of
Fire.
firebending from his longtime rival, Prince Zuko. Unlike the other arts, firebenders can actually create fire to use at will. Firebending is so goddamn powerful. It's even got the deadliest bending technique of all.
Shoot lightning.
Well, advanced firebenders can cast lightning, which is usually an instant kill move. While Aang never learned the move itself, he has learned how to redirect it through his body.
But even after learning the 4 elements, Aang got to meet one last master bender,
who taught him the art of manipulating a person's life energy, the purest form of
Earthbending.
bending.
Called
And super dangerous,
earthbending.
though, and one mistake could tear up Aang's soul.
And with it, Aang defeated the Fire Lord and brought peace to the world at large.
Well, with that and with his super form,
The Avatar State.
In the Avatar state, Aang's bending abilities grow immensely powerful. This is because
Wow, this looks like the Among Us one that I saw.
all previous Avatar incarnations. Though it is extremely risky, as dying while in the Avatar state ends the cycle of reincarnation permanently.
why would he care if he's dead anyway? Whatever, the coolest thing about the Avatar state is it makes you glow, like this. Behold!
Whoa.
How are you?
How are you doing that?
Oh, I drank a bunch of glow sticks.
You need to go to the
Yes.
doctor.
Like now.
My liver's crust is way worse than this.
Well, with or without.
Well, yeah, ever since, you know, the Avatar Stand is really powerful, but it's really difficult to do it. Mm-hmm.
Not only has he survived hits from earthbending kings and massive explosions, he threw this gigantic column of rock at the Fire Lord.
To get the column's mass, we
He
compared
needs
its height against it and determined it must weigh
1,040
9,500 tons.
pounds.
And super fast too. With airbending, he can run on water.
Which, given his size, requires a movement speed of well over 67 miles per hour.
Let's run away from this giant creature.
Column-destroying explosive attack from the best-named character on the show,
Combustion Man.
And he's proven he could redirect lightning from the Fire Lord himself. Taking into account the distance between them and how far Aang's arm had to move to catch the lightning,
He must have
to react
near
at
to
least
150 times faster than sound.
He is pretty unused to violence, though. I mean, he's a vegetarian pacifist for crying out loud. But while he may seem like just a kid, Aang still saved the world and led it into a
This is
peaceful
the future.
To him, bending
It
is
is elementary.
If you want to be a bender, you have to let go of fear.
Alright, we did Aang, now it's time for him.
Once tried to turn lead into gold with
With-
not great results. But in the country of Amestris, the ancient science of alchemy is actually possible. By
Yes,
using
that is
Earth's
very
natural
possible to
energy
do that, but
reshape
it's
the
really
molecular
difficult to
structure
do
of various
that.
objects.
And by drawing a circle thingy.
A transmutation circle, which
Which
most
bit-
alchemists use, except for the youthful prodigy,
Edward
Elric.
Elric.
Oh, what a little badass.
Careful, Boomstick. He's a bit
Careful,
touchy about
Boomstick.
size.
Hey, if I lost my mom like he did, I'd get mad at the little stuff too. But Ed
Yeah,
and
that dude
Brother
really
Alphonse
is
figured
mad
they'd
if
bring her
somebody
back
called him
with
little.
alchemy. So they went for it, but things went south real fast.
South?
Now people say that give an arm and a leg for something. Well, Ed literally did, and poor Al lost his whole body. Luckily, Ed managed to stick his brother's soul in a suit of armor, but still.
Yikes.
This horrible experience has forever marked the two brothers. No one is meant to transmute the human soul, and the boys were lucky just to escape with their lives.
But he got something good out of it, like super secret knowledge, including how to do alchemy without a circle thingy. He just has to clap instead. So,
Jeez.
worth it?
With these new abilities, Ed and Alphonse began their quest to restore their
Okay.
lives. Specifically, they sought the
I love you
incredible
too.
power of a philosopher's stone,
Mhm.
to be their only chance. Eventually, Ed joined the military, and thanks to his amazing potential, he was named by the Fuhrer the Full Metal Alchemist.
What?
What?
Get off, Hitler!
Nah, it's just Bradley. He's okay.
He looks just like Hitler.
Spoilers! Also, since Ed lost a couple limbs, he got them replaced with automail. Kinda like my leg.
Automail is made
Your leg is made out of a
steel
shotgun.
one to a gas-powered one to his best version consisting of a mix of aluminum and carbon. Apart from being durable metal prosthetics, Ed's automail limbs function just like normal ones. He can even reshape his arm as a weapon.
So he can turn
Neat.
into swords and saws and stuff.
Maybe I got that idea for an Imaginary Carter from
Or turn it
him.
into an umbrella. Truly a limb of many talents.
But at the end of the day, Ed's true talent lies not in sword fighting or umbrella holding,
But the act of alchemy.
He can do all sorts of crazy things with all the elements. He can basically make anything he wants, like
Like
spears
spears,
and shields.
shields.
so long as he follows the rule of equivalent exchange. Anything created with alchemy must have a source of equal value and cannot be made fundamentally different. For example, lead can be molded into a statue, but it cannot be turned into water. Other than that, there are 3 principles needed to use alchemy well. Comprehension,
Which means you gotta understand what the thing you're using is made of.
destruction,
Breaking stuff down.
and reconstruction.
Putting stuff back together.
Ed is only limited by the materials at hand and his imagination. In his full potential, he can do almost anything. He can purify water, create ammonium gas from ammonium nitrate, repair entire houses, and transform a gun into a trumpet.
Don't you ever try and do that with any of
my
my guns.
guns.
Anyway, Ed's
Yes.
also learned destruction alchemy, which does exactly what you think it does. Make a big
Big
ol'
ball boom.
Ed's used it to destroy stuff like automail, but it can also be used to explode people's heads.
So, using destruction alchemy, Ed should be able to destroy something like this on a molecular level.
Ha!
Ha!
Or you can just do that.
Anyway,
If you have a strong arm, you can do that.
incredibly impressive things.
Not only has he blocked gunfire from a Gatling gun after it started firing, he's dodged a pistol from nearly point-blank range, and his automail arm even took a bite from a lion-headed chimera and was totally fine.
Assuming this chimera has a similar bite force to that of a
You're
real
lying.
that means Ed's arm stood up to a force of 1,000 pounds per square inch.
He's created a gigantic cannon and then survived that cannon exploding while he was standing on it. And then he survived being on top of a huge boulder exploding too.
We can measure the boulder's explosion against Ed's size to get an approximate energy output. With a
Wait.
radius of 36 feet, this blast must have been equivalent to over
100
100
tons TNT.
How's that for equivalent exchange, bitches? He also survived an explosion that took out most of a 10-story building.
Even apart from being tough, Ed has shown considerable strength when using alchemy.
Like when he created a gigantic golem to crush his opponent.
By measuring the size of the stone
He must have-
thumb, comparing it to the size of the average human's thumb, and using that scale to estimate the size of the golem, that gives us an estimated weight of
Over
3,000
300
metric tons.
tons.
All this without any Philosopher's Stone, because it turns out those things are really
Messed up.
Right. Philosopher's Stones are extremely powerful and can be used in many different ways. Kibley, the Crimson Lotus alchemist, for example, used one to create a massive explosion equal to 157 kilotons
Yes,
of TNT.
that could be
However,
dangerous
it
for
turns
someone.
out these stones are composed of imprisoned human souls.
What?
So Ed and Al vowed to avoid them on principle. Although Ed can boost his alchemic power in a similar manner by drawing on his own life force, increasing his
Neat.
potential at the cost of shortening his lifespan. But that's what Ed ultimately had to learn, what it truly means to let something go. And so he found another way to revive Al's body, sacrificing his own power for the sake of family.
Aw, what a
Nice guy.
But all in all, so long as Ed knows what he's trying to transmute, he's
His
an
amazing
force
power.
to be reckoned with.
Now let's go home together.
Alright, the bets are set. The data for all possibilities.
But first, thanks to Blue Apron, I've become a food bender.
Food
By now,
Bender.
you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service in the U.S.
Choose your meals each week, get the ingredients delivered to your doorstep, and whip up a meal using the easy-to-follow directions provided.
It's a great way to get fantastic meals without having to worry about all the tedious prep work cooking at home usually requires.
And if you jump in now, you'll get some delicious summer choices like juicy burgers and tomato salsa.
Personally, this has been a fantastic way to get legitimately good meals into my busy weekly routine.
My favorite part is feeling like a master chef, making creative and delicious meals with my own hands.
Yeah, I think
You
I.
really need to try it out.
It's really
nice
pretty.
coming home knowing I'll have a delicious meal I can whip up with ease. To start making delicious, brag-worthy meals at home without the hassle, try Blue Apron.
Check out this week's menu and get $60 off at BlueApron.com.
.com/battle. The BlueApron.com/battle.
A better way.
Alright. But right now, it's time for Death Battle! Boom! I want aim and to win.
Sorry, Momo. You're just too little.
Little? Who are you calling a pipsqueak, you stupid hairless kid?
Nobody?
I'll show you!
Fight! Whoa, whoa. Huh. Huh? Huh? Mm.
You know, there are actually a lot of advantages to being short. Like, you'll never hit your head on door frames, and,
I'm still growing!
now I gotcha.
Now we got it.
Ah! Oh no! I'm sorry!
A classic Mr. Action.
Uh,
That's a savage Elric! Ha!
hmm.
Damn it! How's this for small?
Oh jeez. Yeah.
What kind of alchemy is that?
It's not alchemy. It's bending. Hmm.
Okay, no more clappy magic.
No more clappy magic. Uh-oh. Ah!
No, my cabbages!
No! It's cabbages.
I won't lose you again.
It's time.
There you are!
Nice try, Shorty!
Huh?
Can't believe that worked.
Ah! You forgot about the Avatar state. Now. Ah!
At least I'm taller than you.
There's no choice. KO!
Looks like Ed didn't have a leg to stand on.
Or arm, I guess.
Ed may have been more quick-witted and inventive, and he certainly had more combat experience. But Aang's bending abilities were far more versatile and readily available than combat alchemy.
Yeah, it had cool stuff like cannons and gun trumpets, but Aang was fast enough to react to lightning, which is way faster than dodging a measly bullet.
Recall how Ed survived an explosion that destroyed most of a 10-story building. By examining the size of the building and thus the volume of the conical explosion, this blast must have equaled about
3
3
count tons of
That's cool,
30
but Ed did
tons of.
way more when he carved up a circle around that city in Avatar state.
The force to blast such a huge ravine around the city of Udao was a massive undertaking. By measuring the width, length, and depth of the affected area compared to the size of the city, we found it would take almost
160 kilotons of TNT to pull that off.
More than 5 times greater than Ed's best durability feat. So Aang definitely had the stuff to crush Ed's automail arm.
And the rest of it.
Granted, Ed could reach this sort of power by sacrificing his life force. Remember Kimblee's explosion, the one empowered by a Philosopher's Stone, a blast worth 157 kilotons of TNT? That's almost identical to Aang's feat, and theoretically, Ed could have been capable of this level of power. Theoretically. However, a Philosopher's Stone uses many souls, while Ed could only draw from his one. Not to mention, drawing from his own life force meant his power-up had a very short and dangerous duration limit compared to the Avatar state, which has no such limit. But even so, Ed's tactics and creativity kept him in the fight, yet the Avatar's speed, power, and versatility was too much for him. Aang may be a pacifist in canon and would hardly kill anyone, but unleashing his full power is a sight to behold.
Just when you thought he had the hang of it, the alchemist of art.
The winner is Avatar Aang.
Thanks for watching this episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can get it by clicking the link down below.
And if you'd like to see some more battle and death, make sure to click the link over there.
Alright, who's next?
That's right.
Ghost Rider? Lobo. Bye.